You need a home base, a place where you can gather your thoughts at the beginning of a workday, see what messages you have waiting for you, and what notifications you can't afford to miss. That's where our notifications area comes in. From now on, think of this as My Day. This is where it all begins and where you can return to when you need to check to see if anything new has been assigned to you, or if your attention has been called to something else going on in the office. If one of your clients uploaded an important document to the client portal and they're expecting you to see it, this is where you'll get that message. If an email you sent to the client didn't go through and came back as a sending failure, this is where you'll find out. So I'm actually in the notifications area right now, but you can see this little bell icon up here with the number hovering above it. That's letting me know how many notifications I have in here right now that need my attention. When you click on it, you come to this area here. My Day. So let's take a look at the screen and break it down real quick. Over here under status, you can see we have our to-do list, our to follow up items, and everything that's done or completed. Your to-do list is everything you have going on right now. It's all your current notifications. If we take a look at our columns here, you can see that for each of these notifications, you have your date and time that it was received in. You have the type, so is it related to a portal file, workflow task, and you'll see that these all line up with what's over here. So if it's related to a client email, you would see that there, or if it was the e-signature related, you would see that there. Next, we have our client that it's regarding. We have our details for the event. You get some information in here, but if you click on the word details, for example, this is client portal related. If I click on the details, I have the option to download that tax form right from here or find it in the actual client portal. If it's workflow task related and you click details, it will just take you straight into that workflow task where you can actually do the work or check the information that's in there. And then you have options to take care of this later, either tomorrow, 3 days, 1 week. And if you do use any of these, for example, if I take this one from Audio King and I mark it as something I can take care of in a week, it disappears from my main to-do list, but you would see it on the to follow up screen. Here it is right here. Now, if I completed it, I can click on it. If I complete it and mark it as done, or you can see that once I checked on it, I have options to bring it back to my day or mark it as done from here. Once I mark it as done, it then moves on to my done area. I have the option to undo the action if I ever did something I didn't mean to, but let's come back up here to our to-do section. So again, actions related, I can move it to something I can take care of later or mark it as done. It's all meant to clean this area up for you, keep it very easy, accessible to you, basically be a place that's your world to clear your head first thing in the day or whenever you need to come back to your home base and see what you need to take care of. Again, right now we're seeing everything, but you might just want to see workflow task related notifications. You can see when I click on that, now it's only workflow task related. And I could choose any of these. I could choose multiple if I want it to be workflow task and workflow comments related. To clear those, I can uncheck them or I can just hit the clear button and it brings me back to all. The custom filter area, when I click on this, it just gives me a few more options. If I just wanted to see notifications related to specific clients, I can build a list of clients in here just by adding them one by one. If I just wanted to see this client and I can keep adding the list and then hitting search and it would bring up just the notifications regarding those clients. Or if I just wanted to see notifications where I'm marked as the partner, I can do that with this option here or manager here. And again, just hit search to apply that criteria and then reset just clears those filters. The refresh button, you might want to use this if you're in here in the notifications area for a while and you want to hit refresh to see if anything new has come in. It would pull those new notifications and bring them on the screen for you. And just keep in mind that notifications don't always show up immediately. They might take 2 or 3 minutes to actually come through. Now the settings up here in the top right are very important to the My Day area. This is how you control the notifications you'll receive. A major part of our notifications area is deciding whether you want to be notified only in here in TPS, as in just up here in the notifications area where you see the red bubble, or do you want to actually receive emails like in your inbox anytime a notification comes through. By default, we've turned that email option off because we imagine your email is already super full. So if you do want to receive email notifications of the notifications you're receiving here in TPS Cloud Access, you can toggle that to on. You'll notice that all of these tabs have that option, and they're all, by default, turned off. These toggle switches over here are all regarding notifications here inside of TPS Cloud Access. And you'll notice that the tabs correspond with the sections that you have down here, your types. So this is how you control what you're receiving in. And you'll notice that on all the tabs, with each of these, you get a short description here. So for example, this first tab is all related to client emails. Do you want to get notified when new email is received for emails assigned to you? You would turn that on if you do, or turn it off if you don't. Do you want to get notified when new email received from clients for clients where you are the partner for that client? And then same thing for manager or accountant or other. Let's move on to the client portal. Client portal is all regarding obviously the client portal in TPS Cloud Access. So if you are using the portal, you'll definitely want to keep control of what you're receiving over here. And this first one is very important because this is literally saying that you want to receive notifications anytime any file is dropped from any client into the client portal. You can imagine that would be a lot of notifications. So if that's something you're interested in, keep it toggled to on. If not, you're definitely going to want to toggle it off because you can still control getting notifications when a file has been added that you are the partner for that client or the manager or accountant or other. And you also have the option down here to create a custom rule. So this is if you do want to receive, let's say you have all these turned off, but you do want to receive notifications whenever a specific client drops a file into the client portal. So maybe Client Audio King is the only one that you're really concerned with. You know you always need to get to their stuff very quickly. So anytime Client Audio King drops a file in there, you want to be notified of that. And you can add other clients by clicking Add and choosing the clients and building a list here and just making sure that you save the rules when you're finished. If you want to get rid of the clients, you just click Clear All, and then you're back to just using the toggle switches here. Signature is regarding e-signature. So do you want to get notified when a signature request you sent is completed? That's probably a good one to have on. It's up to you if you want to toggle that on or off. And then workflow. When it comes to our workflow process, there are a number of situations that may require you to take notice and quickly respond. So this is where you control what notifications you receive regarding workflow. You can see these are broken down by different subheadings here. So we're under workflow. The first section, workflow events, we're talking about workflow at a firm level. So you go through each of these and decide if you want to have them toggled on or off. Workflow employee tasks. So as an employee, tasks may be assigned to you. So in that case, what do you want to receive as far as notifications? And then workflow event comments. The workflow tasks have a comment section. So these are related to that. And I think that about covers it for notifications. You can expect this area to evolve as we find new features that will be helpful to you. Make this your home base. Right now, this is your day, but it'll be evolving into much more than a day. Soon, it may be your world here in TPS Cloud Access.